There is but one lonely song, which is much different than One Lonely Butt Song on the Stone Sour playlist. We must remedy that with Through Glass, 4, Ever Guerrero, Great Bird of Hope, Mike Ruiz, and I'm Not Old, I'm Vintage. This shirt is for you, Tim. But of freaking course, the first thing you have to do is put your guitar one half step down, so instead of Eddie 8 Dynamite Goodbye Eddie, you will have E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B flat, E flat. I'm not nearly as smart as that made me sound. I just said the string names and then said flat. But if you don't know how to do that, I've made a video on how to do that, and you will find the link in the description, or don't go through the trouble and just play it in standard tuning. That's fine too. Look, this guitar didn't have dots on the top, so I gave it beavers. The first thing you're gonna do is make a little 2-finger power chord on the A string 3rd fret and the D string 5th fret. You're gonna pluck those 2 strings, followed by the B string. Then you're gonna move your hand up 2 frets and do precisely exactly the same thing. And then up 2 more frets, but now we're gonna pluck E, A, D, G, D, A. The second time starts the same, continues the same, but then you just hit the low E string. Then you're going to play a C add 9 chord that's just like your 4-finger G chord, but your middle and pointer fingers are going to go 1 string towards the floor. Let's use this strumming pattern. Down, down, up, down. Switching to D, but let's leave our pinky finger on the E string 3rd fret for the first half of the chord. And then E minor with a quick pass at D before we repeat. Second time, just let that E minor ring out. You can do that pinky thing, you can not do it, you can sus 4 or sus 2 your D for that matter to your heart's content. They do it kind of different every time they do it. Notice that the chord progression for the chorus was C, D, E minor, and the power chords for the verse were C, D, and E. So the chord progression hasn't changed, we just did it different each time. And for the next verse, we're going back to the power chords, but we're going to make it strummier. And when we do, we want to hear the open E, B, and maybe even G string as well. Let's strum like this. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, down. So, C, D, E, and a quick pass at D before we repeat, just like the chorus. And when you get up to E, you can include that low E string, especially as the song gets bigger. The rhythm guitar is the same for the second chorus, but there's that lead part that I think is worth mentioning. You're going to do E string 7th fret, and B string 8th fret, followed by 5 and 7, and then the B string will go 3, 5, followed by, here's the cool part, G and B strings 12s, followed by G11, B10, G9, B8, and both on 7. So we got repeats, you just end on B5. The next strummy verse has those harmonics that line up with each chord. A harmonic is when you touch the string but don't press it down ever so gently, and as soon as you pluck, you take your finger away. And the important note is you want it to be, if we're going to do the 12th fret, you want your finger to be hovering right over the metal bar that makes the 12th fret, so moving into the 13th fret. E string 12th fret, B string 12th fret, and E string 7th fret. This one's a little harder. Almost. There we go. The stars, it's the same chord progression. You could do the open chords if you want. Give it 2 strums, followed by a whole bunch of percussive strums. Just mute everything with your left hand. but at least one guitar is playing the power chords. I'm going to switch to 3-finger power chords for a little bit more beef here. Chimes in, and you can do that if you do the power chords here. That's going to be octave chords: A string 10th fret, G string 12th fret. I'll call out this fret. This fret will move along in kind. 10, 9, 7, 5. So and so on and so forth. And those are all the pieces. I think you can take it from there, 007. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that was fun and helpful, and I will see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye.